Dry, just a little bit windy out there, especially in central and eastern Iowa. That wind coming out of the northwest, blowing that chilly air in. Now it'll pull back tonight, the wind will, and we'll be cool to even very cold outside. A couple areas could frost in north and west Iowa, so just keep that in mind. Cover those plants. Saturday, we warm up into about 70 for Des Moines, so a lot of 60s in place. Sunday, same thing. We start very cold, but we'll come back. Our temperatures over the next couple days. Let's start tonight. Coldest to the north and west, and I think the modeling is a couple degrees too warm here. It's probably going to be in the mid to almost low 30s for a few places. Des Moines, roughly about 40 to 42. Tonight or tomorrow, we'll get back to 70 in Des Moines, coolest to the north and east. Today, we get that high to go to about 61. Windy and cool out there. This evening, the low falls to 42. Could be a touch cooler. That wind just stays very light. Next 7 days, we have got a rain chance on Monday, but that's about it. Just a little cooler after next Tuesday.
All right, thank you, Sam. It is 14 minutes past 9 o'clock right now, and Stivers Ford Lincoln, downright proud to salute great organizations in town. And boy, there's a great organization they're saluting this time. Sue Ellen Kennedy and Terry Hogan Snyder are here. They're from the Waukee Area Historical Society. And you ladies have something pretty special going on in Waukee, don't you?
Yes, we do, Lou. We have our first Heritage Day, and it'll be this Saturday, tomorrow, October 8th. It's going to be from 11 to 5. At the Waukee Community Center, and we are also having some events for the children at the Waukee United Methodist Church parking lot, which is right next door to the community center. And we're going to have some speakers and some children's activities. Some of our speakers are going to be Pete Malberg from the Park Forest Museum, and he's going to be talking about early agriculture and farm life. We also are going to have a farm panel of area residents that grew up on farms and are still currently farming. We have a square dance demonstration, Jack O'Leary and the Iowa Square Dance Association dancers. Don Hofsummer, he's coming from St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Okay.
And he is going to be talking about the Minneapolis-St. Paul Railroad. And we also have Dr. John Lawrence with Iowa State, and he'll be talking about farming today and some of the farming procedures and how they see farming in the future. So it'll be kind of neat because we're going to start from agriculture in the early 1860s to today and into the future. So kind of be a gamut of the whole day.
Now, people might be familiar with you having an event in the spring. So why was it important to start this first annual now in the fall?
Well, we want to kind of balance it out and have something else for the citizens of Waukee to come to and learn more about the history of Waukee.
So let's talk about the history of Waukee. What's so exciting about it? What are people going to be learning about? I know we heard some wonderful speakers.
Yeah, because it's exploding.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, the Historical Society just started 5 years ago, so we're still learning a lot as well. But there is a lot of rich history there. There's the railroad history, there's the farming history, there's the mining history, not to mention the school system and how it's exploded, and the history from going to one schoolhouse in the center of Waukee at the Triangle to what do we have now, 13 or something like that schools. So there's a lot there, a lot of school history, and it's just interesting to see how the people before us lived.
As you say, what is it about when you're living in a community? How more enriching is it when you kind of know the past of how it became?
You know, I just personally, I saw a picture of where my house is, and then I find out, you know, it's not far from the school, and it was a farm field, and you learn about what went on there. So it's just fun to learn what happened where you live. To me, anyway.
And people can do that.
Absolutely.
But besides hearing some wonderful speakers and things like that, they can learn more maybe about their very own property that they live on.
Right. We are going to have a presentation about Waukee during this presentation. Terry is going to speak at 2:15 about the beginning of Waukee. We're going to have a slideshow projector, so she will be presenting about our Waukee history. And we also are going to have a downtown walk where we'll be walking downtown in the Triangle area at the local businesses, and we'll be talking about the history of those buildings and the Triangle area as well.
Wonderful. How much does it cost for people to come and enjoy
This
the
is
history?
a free event.
A free event.
It's a free event.
The best price of all.
Yes, we're taking Goodwill donations. It is a fundraiser. We're also having a meal at 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. It's going to be a hamburger, chips, cookies, and a water for $5. So that will be a major fundraiser as well. We are also selling our Images of Waukee book.
Okay, let's show this on here so we can kind of see.
Yep,
So what is this book about?
This is about the history of Waukee. There's chapters in here that's about the school, about the early farming, about the mine, about the triangle as it was being built and how it started. There's just, and about all of our veterans from Waukee.
Oh, okay.
Now you mentioned Terry's going to talk a little bit about the history of Waukee. Is this our Terry?
Yes,
that's
this
going
is
to
our
talk about
Terry.
this.
Yes.
Of all the things that you've learned about Waukee, Terry, what's the one thing that might surprise people about the community of Waukee?
Oh, we were speaking about this earlier, and I was trying to come up with one thing. One thing that really surprises a lot of people is that it was not called Waukee. to
Oh, it
begin with.
wasn't?
No, it was called Shirley.
Shirley.
It was called Shirley.
Oh, I kind of like that.
And we don't know why. It was never registered that way at the recorder's office because our Dallas County recorder's been looking into that. We can only assume from some of the senior citizens what they've said, that they thought that it was the land surveyor. It was either his wife or daughter that laid out the plot for Waukee, and they just called it Shirley, for lack of a better name. And from the records we have, the Milwaukee Railroad, the powers that be, is what for all of our stuff says. They don't like Shirley, so they changed it to Waukee.
Because of the Milwaukee.
The Milwaukee tie?
We don't know. We are assuming that.
Okay.
We had thought
I'd
that it was
never
an
heard of that.
Indian name, and we've kind of researched to see if Indians lived there. So far, I haven't found any proof that Indians did live in that area.
So there's no Chief Waukee. No?
Just our mayor. He's our chief.
We'll call him Chief Waukee.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, it
We
is
can
fun
do that.
learning about this history, and people
Yeah.
can do that starting this Saturday. So remind us where and when we need to be a part of
it's
this.
the Waukee Community Center, 675 Walnut Street, and 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. And we also have the children's activities from 11 to 3. We're going to have face painting, Blank Park Zoos coming out for the children.
Great.
Egg culture in the classrooms coming out. They're going to be doing Minute to Win It for the kids, so there'll be some agriculture education there as well. And then we're going to have some old-fashioned yard games. We're going to have like Mother May I, Simon Says, sack races. You know, get the
is
kids
cool.
out and active and just enjoy the afternoon.
You can play Foursquare, hopscotch.
Foursquare,
you can do
yes.
Exactly.
that kind of fun stuff like
The
that.
fun stuff, yeah. We're going to have a Foursquare set up, couple Foursquares, and some hopscotch as well. And just enjoy the afternoon and some old-fashioned fun.
Love it, and absolutely free for you to enjoy as well. So whether you live in Waukee or not, come and learn a piece of our history here in Central Iowa. We are downright proud to salute this wonderful organization that's having its first annual festival starting tomorrow.
There you go. Yeah, Shirley Waukee Heritage Days coming up tomorrow, so don't miss it.
love it.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
thank you very much. Have fun this
We'll be
weekend.
right back, folks. This is CW Iowa Live in West Des Moines, which is just east of Waukee.
Right. Okay, good.